In March 2007, Cyclone Larry wiped out 90% of Australia's banana crop. Prices skyrocketed and the industry went into crisis. The Mackay family is the biggest banana producer in Australia. Their 5 plantations in the Tully region of North Queensland felt the full impact of the worst natural disaster in the area in 20 years. Cameron, Cyclone Larry must have been a terrible time for you and other growers up here.
Oh, it certainly was, yeah. To get a cyclone like that come through and just devastate the plantation, yeah, it is a bit heartbreaking when that happens, and after you put so much work and effort into growing that crop.
Coordinating the recovery plan for the North Queensland banana industry was a major challenge, with government working closely with growers to restore supplies and put the industry back on its feet.
Last year, around 40% of Australia's cotton crops were affected by spray drift, where the spray droplets move away from the target area. And out here, plenty is being done to try and prevent it. A major factor is the spray nozzles themselves.
For a girl who's won this year's Road to Tamworth, Jasmine Ray describes herself as a country singer who can't write a country song. But in the last 12 months, she's already scored a major record deal and been wowing audiences across Australia and in the US, and reckons all you need is one big hit.
I got into country music as soon as my dad put on the Dolly Parton CD when I was 8 years old, and so I learnt that CD, you know, in and out, and sang it to my mum and dad in the lounge room every day, and so I fell in love with it from then.
And you'll see a picture of that piece of trash riding around in your pickup truck.
Limes are a very fashionable food at the moment, hugely popular in Asian cooking, and a wedge jazzes up any drink. But did you know they were relatively unknown 20 years ago in Australia? But that was until this rural business owner put them in the limelight. Susie Collette is the manager of Lime Grove, a luscious green haven of 10,000 lime trees in Narromine, part of the Macquarie Valley in western New South Wales. A city slicker at birth, Susie was instrumental in dishing up limes to the Australian market in the early 1990s, all after a visit to her greengrocer.
I was looking for some limes in Sydney, and I went to my local fruiterer and I said, could I have half a dozen limes? And he looked at me as if I'd come from Mars.
Miranda Kerr, Jennifer Hawkins, Elle. Australia has produced some of the most recognisable faces on the planet, but a Queensland skincare company is on the search for the next big thing, a supermodel with soft skin and big eyelashes. This is the search for a supermodel cow. Yes, Mugu is looking for the new face of their brand. This Gold Coast-based family-run business took udder cream, yes, you smear it on cows' teats, and formulated it into a product for humans.
Well, the whole business started because my mother was using udder cream on her psoriasis, and it's quite popular in the country to use the udder cream that they use in dairy farms on people with skin conditions.
My grandfather, pretty much everyone on my mum's side of the family has always been involved with music. We've always been singing in the house. There's always been music around, so it's just something that's always been part of my life.
According to rural doctors, the health crisis in the Australian bush is worsening. Almost 20,000 healthcare professionals are needed just to ensure basic services are being met. The irony is that country areas that need medical services the most usually have the least access. But one medical program is trying to turn that around.
We're training future doctors in a rural context where they have mentors. So a lot of our staff members are in rural practice. That is the best way of motivating future doctors to stay in